But I want to do my story time today. I'm trying to get the lighting right. Hopefully I end up liking it because I put all this makeup on for this damn video. It's giving me story time vibes when I tell my story time about domestic violence. I'm losing sunlight, like it just, yeah. So let's just get into the video. Tipsy, you want to be seen? You want to say hey to people? Come on, come on. Say hi, Stunton. Say hey, stinky butt. He got so many nicknames. Say hey, look at the people. Okay. Should I come closer or should I go farther away? I don't know. I'm so irritated. Like, I had perfect lighting when I was doing my makeup, and now lighting wants to be shitty. You gonna stay here with me? Pretty much. This is the video that everybody's been asking me for, the story time about what happened in Korea, and I'm finally able to tell you guys. I had a lot of issues, like camera issues, computer issues, and then it was just like, yeah, I wanted to wait for certain things. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all what happened from the top to the bottom. By the title, I know you guys are probably like, what the fuck? Like, are you serious? What the hell happened just by my title? So we've been getting into all the tea. I wrote some notes down and I have my receipts and everything. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get right into the dang video before I lose all of my sunlight. Like, ugh. All right, got my notes here. All right, so let's start from day 0. Let's start from when I got to Korea in the first place. So there I was. Not just kidding. So I got to Korea, whatever. I was stationed at Camp Humphreys. I know a lot of y'all, if y'all watch my videos when I had first in process in Korea, I was all excited about being able to stay at Camp Humphreys because I was supposed to go to Casey because of the 88 Mike, right? And I have been in Korea before, so I know people that went to Humphreys that were 88 Mike, so I was like, I know it's a possibility. I know it gotta be some 88 Mikes in Humphreys, so like, I was super excited that I got to stay. I talked to the sergeant major in the BC, and pretty much they let me stay. Into one random ass day, it had been like 3 months later, maybe 2 months later, I already got my household goods. I already got everything, and it was a Wednesday, or it was a Friday, because we had on our ASUs. It was an ASU inspection, or was it a Wednesday? I don't know. I think it was Wednesday, because it was the first or whatever. And Sergeant Major basically said, I need you gone, or he came up to me out of nowhere, because I used to be Sergeant Major's drivers, like the NCO of the Sergeant Major drivers. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna be chiming in on the video. So I'm editing the video, I look crazy, whatever, but I'm editing the video, so I'm gonna be chiming in on the parts. So right here, I used to work for the BC, and I worked for the Sergeant Major. So pretty much I was in the command group. I was a command group NCO, IC, and whatever they needed me to do, I did it. So there was times where I had to move the BC's office around, and yeah, like anytime they needed me, they called me. I had to be the one. I was the NCO IC of the command group. So yeah, and I was in charge of Green Platoon. So yeah, pretty much he came to me randomly as I was sitting in the desk. It was just like, yeah, I got bad news. You're going to Casey. And I was like, I thought he was joking. I'm like, are you being serious, or like, are you joking? He's like, no, I'm being serious. You're going to Casey. And I'm like, I just kind of froze because I was like so pissed. Like, I really did not want to be at Casey. I mean, honestly, it's not that bad, but it's far away from everything. Like, when you think of Korea, nobody wants to go to Casey because it's far away. Like, it seems like it's more strict, it's more fields. That's just what you think of when you think of Casey. It's just like, it sucks. So I was mad. I didn't want to go to Casey. I'm like, fuck, I wanted to go to Humphreys. Like, I got the dream place I wanted to be was Humphreys, because you know I've been there twice, so I wanted to be at Humphreys and not Casey. Everybody wants to be at Humphreys, or everybody wanted to be at Humphreys. Like, nobody wanted to be in Area 4 or Area 1. Like, maybe Seoul was cool. Well, Seoul was cool back in the day, but it wasn't cool this time because Seoul was shut down, and because Youngsun was gone, and Itaewon, you know, the stuff that people used to do in Korea changed. Everybody wanted to be in Humphreys and Osan. Like, that was just the new spot or whatever. So, mind you, that whole situation was messed up. So they wanted, on Wednesday, he wanted to be gone by Friday, right? That was like how he wanted me to be gone, like that. And I'm like, I already got my household goods. Like, I knocked on the door and asked him, can I use the open door policy? And I'm like, Sergeant Major, I just want to know how I was gonna move my stuff, because I already got my household goods. I mean, I've been here for a minute. I got settled in, and pretty much like how to move my stuff. He said, oh, don't worry about it, we'll get you squared away. Pretty much saying like, you're really moving, and yeah. So I ended up starting to be the green platoon NCO, and I stopped showing up to battalion. Like, I would just go do what I had to do and just not go to battalion unless I had to, because I didn't want the sergeant major to see me. Kind of like, if he didn't see me, he wouldn't remember that I'm supposed to be at Casey. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it was like I was supposed to been leave and then I didn't leave. And it was more so because everybody's trying to figure out transportation and how I was gonna get my stuff moved there and all that. So finally he's like, I think my soldier was like, Sergeant Major looking for you. So I went to see him, and I went to go see my new first sergeant, and she was like, oh, how you doing? Yeah, you're happy about coming up here and doing your job, right? And blah, blah, blah. And of course I had this fake motivation, like, yeah, first sergeant, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, I don't want to go to Casey. Like, I want to say I'm Humphreys, I can still do my job here. Like, I don't understand why I gotta go to go to Casey, you know? So she came to meet me, basically telling me, yeah. So then she texted me like, yeah, so Saturday you're coming. Saturday you're moving to Casey. We're gonna come get you on a bus. So yeah, like the post bus, kind of like, I packed I had 37 boxes worth of household goods. I wanted to do an inter-post transfer. I mean, not inter-post, but I wanted to do a low-cost move so that way household goods would come get my stuff and move it to Casey. But they wouldn't be going so fast. They didn't even, like, I tried to do that, wasn't happening. They wanted me going like time now. And I was frustrated because I was just like, I have all this stuff. You want me to move all this stuff on myself? So I moved all that stuff onto the bus. The bus took me to Casey. The bus driver made me get all my stuff off the bus. This is a soldier, he was a specialist. He basically dropped all the stuff off the bus, and then yeah, so pretty much he basically pulled up to the barracks. My barracks is gonna be on the 3rd floor, and in Humphreys they have elevators. In Casey they don't got no elevators. So basically I took all my stuff off the bus and had to take all of my, so much stuff up and down to the 3rd floor all by myself. I was pissed, I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was fucked up. I felt like I should have got a low-cost move because I had so much stuff and because I already had my household goods. And I'm not a private, so I didn't come here with 2 duffel bags full of stuff. I came here with 4 years or 3 years worth of stuff, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have a house, didn't have an apartment, I didn't have none of that. So I'm literally going from duty station to duty station with all my stuff. So it was like, I was irritated at the fact that I had to do all my stuff on myself, and they couldn't give me a low cost move. Like, they wanted me going so bad, like I was just so needed that to me they failed to take care of me as a soldier, because you wanted it done so quickly when there's a way to get my stuff moved without the hassle of me having to move all of my shit by myself, literally on a Saturday. They came and got me, dropped me off in my bag and said, oh yeah, here's your room key, go ahead and take your stuff upstairs. I was pissed, I ain't gonna lie, I was hot about that, but it is what it is. I was like, okay, I'm 88 Mac, I'm about to be a transportation unit, like, there's nothing I really can do about it, cool. So the first sergeant, she talked to me, she basically was like, you know, now, well, actually, no, I'm a rewind. So I get in process, whatever, and one of the female NCOs basically asked me, did I wanna stay in the orderly room? Did I have orderly room experience? And I said, yeah, because y'all know, I told y'all, like, all I did was be in the orderly room majority of the time. So I was like, yeah, I mean, I know what I'm doing, I know how to do awards, I know how to track all this stuff, like, I'm good at paperwork. So they're gonna keep me up there. So I was supposed to be the awards clerk, and I was supposed to replace the specialist going to BLC, who was gonna PCS soon. Well, I don't know what happened, how lines got crossed, but somehow a staff sergeant ended up doing that job. So even to the point where I was confused, because I was told that I was taking her spot, right? So I would get up, I would go to the office every day, and I kind of just would sit there because I kind of didn't have a job, because once she was there, and then when she finally left, the staff sergeant took her place. So even at one day I asked, like, so what is your job? Because I'm supposed to be sitting basically in the seat that he was sitting in. So I was like, so what's your job? And he responded and said, oh, I'm a awards clerk. So I'm like, dang, well, what's my job? So I would walk around the office sometimes and ask people what they needed me to do, because I kind of didn't have a job at the moment. And I thought his job was temporary too, because they told me I was replacing. That's what I was told by my platoon sergeant. You're replacing this specialist as the awards clerk. So, you know what I'm saying? I would go to work, and I kind of didn't have a job, because one, he was doing my job that I thought was my job, that everybody told me was my job after she left. And yeah, I kind of just sat in the office, and I would be on my phone, or I would ask what they need help with, and they kind of didn't really need help because everybody had their own specific job, right? So I mean, I kind of just would sit there. I mean, I hadn't been there but 2 weeks, you know, I was still new. So at the time, the XO, I guess he would walk in and see me like not doing anything. Mind you, I wasn't doing anything because I didn't have a set job, and because the job I was supposed to be doing again, there was a staff sergeant doing it now. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know how wires got crossed, but I was told, and was continuing to be told, that I was gonna be the awards clerk. So y'all get what I'm saying? So now somebody else is in the seat that I'm supposed to be in, but nobody's moving me nowhere else. So of course, you have nothing to do. I'm on my phone when I have nothing to do. I'm asking questions, getting to know people and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I'm in an early room without a job. What can I do? There's not an open computer for me to do anything. Like, I only can do so much. So this is what happened. So one day, me and the staff sergeant ended up getting into it. We got into it. I can't remember how the conversation started, I'm not even gonna lie, but I do remember bits and pieces of the conversation. So at one part in the conversation, he said something like, "You're so small, what can you do?" And I said, "You wanna find out?" Because basically he was basically saying like, I'm small, I can't defend myself, I can't fight, blah, blah, blah. So of course, one thing about me, I'm all about respect until you disrespect me. Once you disrespect me, all that rank stuff goes up the window, and however you speak to me is how I'm gonna speak to you. So if you don't like how I'm talking to you, fix yourself. I'm giving you that same energy, period. Like, I don't care who you are, I'm giving you the same energy that you're giving me. So if you have an attitude, I'm gonna have an attitude, and I don't care. That's just a fact. That's a fact. Because respect is given. It's not just automatically you just get respect. No, at first I would just automatically give you respect, but once you disrespect me, now first of all, we're two NCOs, so you can hang that up. Yes, you are a staff sergeant, but at the end of the day, we NCO, so you need to have respect for me just as well as I have respect for you. So he said something smart, and I said something smart back, and then I said, "You want to find out?" And he's like, tread lightly, because I got some 210 girls that'll see about you. Or basically saying that they will beat me up. I got some 210 girls that will jump you. And my battle buddy was like, 210 girls that's gonna do what? And I'm not, everything that I'm saying is facts. That's a fact. She jumped in and was like, 210 girls are gonna do what? 210 girls are gonna do what? He just kept saying, tread lightly, tread lightly. And the XO was in there, right? So the XO saw me being disrespectful or having an attitude, right? But I was only having an attitude because I was being tried, period. Like, don't try me on my weight, on my height, on that, because you don't know what I'm capable of. Like, in general, you don't know. I could be little as hell, but I could be a boxer. Like, you don't know I can have technique. Like, you don't know nothing about the person until you square it with them. You never know. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't like the fact that you just counted me out because I was little, like trying to try me. Oh, what can you do? Look at you. Look at you. You want to find out? Exactly what I said. Do you want to find out? But the thing is, when I joke, so say for instance, right, we're joking. If you, I'm like, my comebacks be lit. So I felt like the conversation wasn't really hostile. Like, it wasn't, when we started the conversation, it wasn't like no, we were arguing. It came off like we were joking, and then the joke got serious, if that makes sense. So I'm cool, I'm laughing, like, but don't joke with me, because I'm really about that. Like, I don't mean that in a cocky way, but I'm saying like my comebacks is fire. Like, I'm good with the comeback. Like, I like to debate. I'm good at it. So it's like, don't argue with me, because I'm gonna hurt your feelings pretty much. And that's exactly what happened. Like, he felt offended that I said what I said, and it was like, well, I thought we were like kind of joking, and then the joke got serious. But at the end of the day, like, the whole thing started off as a joke. You know what I'm saying? I hope I'm making sense. But like, once you get smart, I'm gonna get smart too. Like, I'm not gonna be like, ooh. No, if we get smart, we get smart. That's just that. So I didn't take it to heart. Like, I didn't think, like, at that time, maybe now I'm saying in a different manner, but at that time, I didn't feel like we were being so serious that, like, oh my God. But I felt like we had it got a little spicy. I did feel like that, but at the end of the day, I felt like, what are you doing? Okay. But at the end of the day, I felt like we're not gonna be mad at each other tomorrow. That's what I thought. You know what I'm saying? So that happens or whatever. Cool. We brushes off. We end that conversation. We end it or whatever, and then we kind of talk about something else. Blah blah blah. So that was probably a Friday, and then I remember me and my battle was talking about going out or whatever. So then Monday comes around, and I don't know if y'all remember this story time, but I tell the story time where I was saying that, what are you biting, bro? You want to eat all my paper? I remember I telling this story time that if you're a female in the military, when you correct somebody, you considered being bitchy or having an attitude or, you know, rude, or right? So remember, I corrected this soldier in the motor pool because I said position of attention. After I said a position of attention, that means you stop talking. It's a wrap. That's just rules and regulations, the foundation of the Army. Once you say position of attention, you stop talking. You put your mouth shut up, hands in attention, period, right? So yeah, I said position of attention, move. Soldier kept talking. I said, did I not just say position of attention? Period. Did I not just say position of attention? I did. So you can say I have an attitude, yeah, I did. But if I was a male NCO, it would have been like, Roger, Sergeant. Because the male NCO could have been like, shut the fuck up. Or something mean as hell, and they'd just be like, Roger, Sergeant. And it would have been, they would have went about their day. But because I said, then I did not say the position of attention, now I'm a bitch. Now I got an attitude. So, supposedly a soldier went up to him, or soldiers were complaining that he pulled me to the side. I said in prayers because, like I said, I respect you until you disrespect me, right? He pulled me to the side and he said, oh, soldiers are complaining that you have an attitude. And the reason that I said that, what I said about the XO, because that part's gonna come in handy later. But I know who said this, but it was portrayed to me like soldiers were coming up to him saying that I had attitude, when that wasn't the truth at all. So, and I was like, having an attitude. He was like, you know, you from Atlanta, you know, not everybody like is like you, and they're not used to stuff like that, and da da da. And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. So then I sat there and I pondered, like, first of all, I don't care if a soldier doesn't like me, or a soldier feels like I have an attitude when I'm enforcing the standard. If I tell you to do something, if I tell you to lock it up, that's just that. I'm not going to be disrespectful, but at the end of the day, if you're talking and we're in the position of attention, any NCO is going to tell you to lock it up. Now, I'm not no bitch. I'm not just going to walk around and be like, everybody blah 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 blah. No, like I am personally not like that. So it took me by surprise for him to say like a soldiers are complaining that you have attitude, and I'm like, an attitude because I'm enforcing the standard? I don't care about that. You can be mad at me all day long, but at the end of the day, you're gonna listen to the rules and regulations set forth when you swore into the military that you knew you had to follow these rules, and that's just that on that. Like, you don't have no choice but to follow the rules. I wasn't asking you to do nothing unethical, unmoral, something that I wouldn't do. When somebody says position of attention, you lock it up. That's just that on that. That's just how it goes. Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah. So that happened. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I made that story about it. I remember the video. So that happened, and then I had got the first sergeant. How did I find out about this? So yeah, okay. So the first sergeant put me to the side, and she was like, "You're getting moved to first platoon," and I was like, kind of like, why am I getting moved to first platoon? And she told me pretty much the XO had an issue with you being on the phone every time you walked in the office. He was like, you're not doing nothing as an NCO, she's not doing nothing, blah blah. Basically saying that I was a shitbag. And I was just so thrown back and thrown off, because I was like, the reason I was putting in other ones because y'all told me that I was gonna be the actions clerk. I mean the awards clerk. Somebody else took that job, and now I'm getting punished or looking like a shitty NCO because I don't have a job when that's the job y'all told me I was gonna do. So I don't know who got their wires crossed or how the communication didn't go, but that's what y'all told me that was my job. But not only did he do that, y'all, he went into first platoons. My amazing LT that I had, shout out to my amazing LT, the best LT I ever had, told her and told my platoon sergeant that I had an attitude. So before I even got to my dang platoon, they already had their guard up thinking that I had an attitude, because the reason why he thought I had an attitude is because he saw me get into it with that staff sergeant in the beginning, when I really got into it with the staff sergeant, because the staff sergeant tried me. I wasn't just being smart and having an attitude for no reason. You say something smart, I'm gonna say something smart back, period. Yeah, y'all told me that was my job, so I mean, what else could I have been doing? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have a job, so it was like, I'm on my phone, I'll be asking people that need help, but like, if there's nothing for me to do, then there's nothing for me to do. So why am I being punished for that, right? That was the story that I was told. Oh, you got moved because, you know, he walked into the office and saw that she wasn't doing nothing, da da da. And she was like, it'll be better on your NCOER, which in the long run, I got rated number 1 on my NCOER out of 7 mils. So it was like, you know what, that did do something good for my career. Like, I worked my ass off. You'll see, but you know what I'm saying, at the end it was a blessing in disguise. But at the time I was a little hot about it, because I just felt like, why did you not talk to my NCO? Why did you not ask my NCO what was I doing? Why was it just straight like I'm not doing nothing, as if I would just like, as if my NCO would just allow me to sit there if I actually had a job to do? Oh, he's gonna tell me to do what I'm supposed to do. Like, why are you on your phone? I literally didn't have a job. So whatever, fast forward, I get moved to first platoon, right? I'm in first platoon, and then I get a call on the phone from my first sergeant. I think they was in the field, and I didn't gotta forget why I was going on leave. I think that's why I wasn't in the field. I don't remember. So I got a call, and she's like, "You need to take the video down before you. I'm trying to save you." I said, "Take the video down." I said, "What video?" She's like, "I don't know. Some video on YouTube. Some just talk about. You need to take the video down before you get an article. I'm trying to save you from Article 15." I'm like, in Article 15, me, in Article 15. Sorry, Baker. T is Scaredy Pants Baker, me. I'm trying to get Article 15 for a video. I'm like, I went back and looked at my videos. I'm like, what did I post on YouTube? Like, what is so bad that I could potentially get Article 50? I literally went through my videos. I'm like, I'm not talking about nothing. I didn't do anything bad. I really check all my videos to make sure I never post anything like negative about the military as far as you know, when I'm in uniform and when I'm in uniform and things of that nature. Like, I'm very careful about the things that I choose to say on my social media platform. So it just kind of caught me off guard because I'm like, what video could they be talking about? Right? So that blew mine. I didn't know for a minute, but then, you know what I'm saying, after that, I'm like, how did he even come across my video anyway? Like, in general, right? No. I'm like, how did he even come across my video in the first place? So I ended up going on my trip, and all this is documented low key. So I went on my trip. I went to Bali for my birthday, and I was telling you, like, I stopped recording because I got told to take a video down, and I didn't know what I did wrong in the video. I remember talking about that and telling y'all about that or whatever. And when I came back from leave, it had been a couple weeks, when a soldier was like, told me, oh yeah, Staff Sergeant so-and-so was bragging, saying the reason that you got moved. Oh, wait. Before I went on leave, right? Before I went on leave, the Sergeant Major happened to come down. I happened to see him. He came into my first platoon office. I said, at ease, whatever. He was like, you know you were in hot water, right? And I was like, no, Sergeant Major. Even though I knew my first sergeant had said something, I didn't think, I was like, no, Sergeant Major. He was like, why are you posting videos in my barracks? And I was like, so I ain't read no SOP that said that I can't make videos. I've been doing this for 4 years at this point. I've never been in trouble about none of my chain of command in any unit I've ever been in. And I said this. I said, Sergeant Major, honestly, half of the people in my formation right now joined the Army because of me. I said this. I swear to God, I said this. So half the people in that formation, if you go ask them right now, they joined the Army before me, or they know of me because of my videos and the positivity I bring into the military. I never talk negative about it. I've been doing this for longer than 4 years, and I've never been in trouble. So I honestly don't know what I did wrong. And he's like, asking around about the last people that made videos in my barracks. So supposedly some soldiers made videos in the barracks, and they was talking negative and, like, I guess doing a rap video, cursing or something like that in front of the barracks. And I was like, yeah, I can understand. Stop. I could understand why they got in trouble for that, because I mean, they was, you know, doing what they shouldn't have been doing. My videos wasn't negative. In the video, so he picked up his phone. He was like, he showed me the phone. He was like, this you? And it was a link. Somebody sent him a link of my video. Sergeant Major, I think you should see this. Or Sergeant Major, have you seen this? Right? But he showed me so quick, I didn't get the chance to look at the name, right? But apparently, like, after I came back from, so that happened before leave. Once I came back from leave, a soldier told me, the specialist, she was like, oh yeah, Staff Sergeant so-and-so was bragging about, yeah, she got moved to first platoon because, yeah, I snitched on her. I sent Sergeant Major her video. And this is hearsay. I don't know for a fact that it's true, but at the same time, I believe it. I'm not gonna lie. I believe it because we got into it, and then now my video is somehow mysteriously got sent with the intention of getting me in trouble. Like, I've been here all of a month. Who do I have enemies with that would want to send my video to the Sergeant Major? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the way she told me was like, he was like, oh yeah, I got her in trouble. You see, that's why she got moved to first platoon. Actually, I didn't get moved to first platoon because of that. I got moved to first platoon because the XO wanted me moved, not because you did anything or because you were saying that I was gossiping and I made a video about you and blah blah blah. I didn't make a video about you. I made a video speaking on females in the military and how pretty much being a female, if you correct somebody, you're considered a bitch, and when you're a male, it's just Roger Sergeant. That's what I was talking about. It was nowhere near me trying to talk about you as an individual, more so talking about the organization of the military as a whole when it comes to being a female in arms. You are looked at like you're being a bitch when you correct somebody or when you're stern. That's just the truth. I did a whole girls in the military video. That is a fact. You can look in the comments and see how many people agreed with me about saying when you're a female in the military, when you correct somebody, it's like you just out to get them. When no, I'm not. I'm just enforcing the standard. Why can't I enforce the standard but my male battle buddy can't? Right? Boom. So hold on, let me back in my notes. So boom. Yeah, I found out about that. So pretty much my video got sent to the battalion. So yeah, they pretty much had a whole briefing about it. This is like the day I went to leave. They had a whole briefing about it. And tell you, I was like terrified. I've never been in trouble. I've never been recognized for nothing negative or anything. They had a whole briefing about it when the BC came and talked. They was basically saying she watched the videos. There's nothing wrong with a lot of them, but if you're gonna do a video on the barracks, you need to have a background. So y'all saw that I changed my video style up and I only had my background again. I no longer showed the barracks anymore or nothing because I was like, all right, I don't want to get in trouble, so I'm gonna just do what I was told to do. So boom, a couple months, I just stopped posting as frequently. I would just like spread it out. I was very careful about what I decided to post. And boom, when I got moved to first platoon, I was the only female, number one female, black or white, just only female. Then I was the only female NCO. And then I was the only black female at that, right? So that was very uncomfortable for me. I had soldiers say like, this is like, Sergeant Baker when I first got to Korea is totally different Sergeant Baker that I am now. I finally got the backbone of my army that I needed, of the army that I needed. Because I didn't have no fucking backbone because I was specialist, wasn't used to being in charge like that. Like I had been in NCO, but I didn't have no soldiers. Like this is my first time being in a big platoon and being an NCO. So like it was sometimes where soldiers would say, soldiers would be like, or I heard a soldier say, oh, they just messed up everything, putting a female on our platoon. Now we can't do this, we can't say that. Basically saying like, they wanted to say like low-key saying like, you know that stigma of females in the military, like, oh, they're gonna sharp everything. So we can't do this, we can't do that, because now they're gonna get sharp. And I could hear them talking, and I just ignored it. Like I thought I didn't hear it, which is fell on me because I should have corrected them. Like, just because I'm a female doesn't mean I'm gonna sharp y'all, like, for nothing. If you're doing something that's sharp worthy, then maybe you will get sharp, as you should, because you shouldn't be doing something like that, period. Like that's just point blank, period. So for you to joke about it as if everything that you say now, we gotta watch what we say because we're gonna get sharped. Stop saying shit you're not supposed to say, and then you wouldn't have to worry about that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was so weird. I'm like, but I didn't speak on it because I ain't gonna lie, I just wasn't in a place to feel like I was in charge yet. I didn't feel that I'm an NCO. I still had that I'm a specialist, and you know, just shut up and just keep moving, you know what I'm saying? So that's how it was when I first got there. So I started getting soldiers, and for a while I was a third. It was 3 NCOs in my squad, and I was like the bottom NCO. So they had a squad leader, team leader, and I was like basically the team leader. But it was like I was new, nobody really listened to me. I wasn't trying to be in charge, but it was like I kind of didn't know the swing of the motor pool yet, or like what their functions were, how they move on a daily basis. So it was like I kind of was new still, so it was nothing. So boom, on to the next. Okay, so basically life started getting better. It still sucked, don't get me wrong. My platoon sergeant was really hard at me at the time. I didn't understand why he was so hard, but at the end, like, he really cared. He just wanted us to be good leaders. So I can say that things got better. Things got harder, but things got better. I ended up being the squad leader. I had 10 soldiers. I had an NCO under me and everything. So like I got put in that leadership position. By December, I had got to Korea in May. By December, November, December, I was a squad leader, because in November, I went to the board and I got my sergeant promotable, so they made me squad leader. But it was even to the point that I was so scared of the sergeant major after I got, like, just so scared to get in trouble that I didn't even want to go to the board. But I was like, I'm not gonna let these people pass me, because I was in the reserves, I'm already behind my peers. So I was like, you know what, T, you're gonna have to buckle down and go to the board. So I ain't gonna lie, I was nervous that the first sergeant major was gonna like just say no to me, because I had gotten some shit earlier, you know what I'm saying? He felt so strongly that I was doing something wrong that I just felt like, dang, I don't even want to go to the board. With that being said, don't let other people dictate your career. Don't let them frighten you or scare you to the point where you feel like you can't move forward, because the only person that's gonna stop you is you. You know what I'm saying? So if I would not have went to the board, I'm glad I went to the board when I did, but if I wouldn't have went to the board, you know, I would have got my promotable status, and I would have been basically basing my career on the decision or the feelings from another person, when at the end of the day, he didn't even have a vote on the board. The 5 first sergeants did. He didn't have a vote, but it was still intimidating me, because I'm like, dang, I got somebody that's gonna antagonize me, or what, you trying to rattle me or rattle me. Like, I just had that fear of going to the board. But I aced it, flying colors, baby, because period. Okay. Now let's keep going. Yes, I got my promotable status, and then I was squad leader. Boom, life was great. I was building this team with my soldiers, building this family. I feel like I had some downfalls. Not to say I was the perfect leader, but I definitely feel like I definitely showed a lot of soldiers what it's like to have a real NCO, to the point where other soldiers from different squads would come to me and ask me about my opinion, or say they couldn't trust the NCO, so they wanted to come to me because I was really relatable. Like, Korea basically showed me that I'm a good leader. Like, I was a good leader, you know what I'm saying? So let's fast forward. Let's get to the juicy part. Boom, COVID happened, March, right? Lockdown. Got locked down. Then it got super locked down to the point where we couldn't leave posts, right? When we couldn't leave posts, I ain't gonna lie, morale went. And if you know the stigma of Korea, if you ever been to Korea, if you've never been to Korea, this is how it is. If you're in the military, you know. So in the States, you see, what you got, boy? Okay. You see soldiers hang out with the NCOs. Maybe an NCO will have like a barbecue and some soldiers will come around, blah, blah, blah. You know, you see some NCOs hang out with soldiers, not necessarily in a negative manner, but, you know, but not as often as you see it in Korea, because in Korea, you got barracks, right? And in the barracks, you got E6 all the way to E1, and some of them, you got E5 with E4s. You got basically mixed barracks. Some barracks had just soldiers in it, but a lot of barracks had NCOs in it. So it's like really hard to separate that line of like kind of being cool with your soldiers, because when you're in Korea, it's a peninsula, you only can go somewhere, only can go so many places. When it's time to go off post and you go out, whatever, you're gonna see your soldiers in the club, you're gonna see your soldiers at the bar, cause nothing else to do in Korea. If you've never been there, then maybe you have this own perception of what you think it is, but you've ever been to Korea, you know what I'm talking about. Ain't nothing else to do but go to the Ville. Go to the Ville, you're gonna see your soldiers, right? And because you build this family, it becomes okay. As far as not necessarily going out with them, I'm not saying, I never went out with my soldiers. I never was like, come on, so let's go get dressed, let's go to the club. No, I only went out with NCOs, right? Even when I first got to Korea, I was uncomfortable while even soldiers being in the same day room as me, which I wish I would have kept that mindset, right? So yeah, in Korea, it's like kind of normal. It's like normalized a little bit for you to be out in the same place that your soldiers is at, and to that extent, like there's nothing else to do in Korea but go to the Ville. When you go to the Ville, you're gonna see your whole company. You're gonna see your first sergeant sometimes. I didn't saw my first sergeant in the Ville. You're gonna see who officers in the Ville, warrant officers. You're gonna see E7s out drinking in the same club as a private. Like that's just how Korea is in general. Like they might not go out with this soldier, but you're gonna see your staff sergeant or your sergeant first class in the club. Maybe they ain't. Yeah, pretty much you're gonna see them. I ain't gonna lie, I seen my E7 in the club multiple times. So, multiple E7s in the club, multiple times. Officers in the club, multiple times. Like, that's just the stigma of Korea. And you're stressed out, it's hostile, not hostile, but it's like a heavy work environment. A lot of people, either they smoke, they drink, or they got a lot of kids. That's stresses in the military, and that's what you got. You smoke a cigarette, you drink, or you got a lot of kids. That's just a fact. It's just a stress reliever, right? So a lot of people go out on the weekends. Right, so boom, that's want to give y'all a little stigma of how Korea is and how you kind of build this family and how y'all kind of close together. Everybody is close together. Everybody's in everybody's business. Like I know stuff I shouldn't know about certain people because of how close and how like it's like a high school, but like you never leave in Korea. It's like you're surrounded by your high school friends every day, all day, from the morning into the night. Period. There's no leaving, there's no going home, there's nothing. You're at home, you got soldiers there. You at the club, you got soldiers there. You go to the PX, there's soldiers there. You go to the commissary, soldiers there. But yeah, I pretty much just wanted to give y'all the stigma of how Korea is and how like the environment is, and I'm pretty sure people are gonna vouch for me in the comments, basically saying like it's hard to separate soldiers and NCOs when you're in Korea. Even NCOs and officers, because they're all together. Like I've seen one officer 3s in the same bar that I've been in. Drunk on their ass. So for this part, at the end of the day, everybody's human, right? Everybody's gonna want to go out, and I'm not saying this in a negative manner. I'm just saying as far as you're gonna go out in Korea. Tipsy, can I talk? You wait. You're gonna go out in Korea and you're gonna see your NCOs, you're gonna see soldiers, you're gonna see, if the peninsula is only so big, it's not like in the States where you can go on the weekends and go to Texas, or you can go to 3 hours away. No, it's not like that. There's nowhere to go. You're surrounded by a body of water. So everywhere you go, rather you go to Seoul to hang out and go to wherever the heck, you're gonna see somebody, you know, Myeongdong, you're gonna see your soldiers out. Like you just can't get away from everybody basically being in the same place. That's what I'm saying. So when I say it kind of gets normalized, I'm saying like it's nowhere else for nobody to go, and everybody's doing the same thing. You're gonna run into the same people. You're gonna run into people in your company. It's just how Korea is set up. I mean, that's just it. And they have, and on top of it, they have on-post clubs that E7s to warrant officers to NCOs to privates. All of them are in there, and then also they got an enlisted club and an officer club. But how do they don't check IDs when you walk? I mean, they check IDs to see if you're 21 or not, and it's civilians at the door. They're not checking to see if you E7, you can't be here. If you O1, you can't be here. No, everybody be partying together. E club got 200 some people in there. Its capacity is 200 people. Capacity is like 200 some people. You think they ain't no officers in there? Ain't no NCOs in there? Ain't no soldiers in there? If it was so illegal, they wouldn't even have one post clubs. But we gonna get there. All right. So boom. We on lockdown. It's March. Okay, now we into May. I was leave May 19th, right? So boom, there was a party. There was a party at Gateway, and they had like dropped the restrictions a little bit. So everybody, they put parties together and everybody's going to Gateway to go out, right? I have been drinking already prior to Gateway. Then I drank at Gateway, and then Gateway got shut down at like 10:30, 11 o'clock. So of course, being like a prime drunk, like prime, you know, having a good time. Prime just got lit type of energy, if y'all know what I mean. Like, you know, just started feeling your drinks. So we leave, and yeah, so pretty much we leave. And okay, so it was a couple of NCOs and a couple of soldiers. We all walking back to the barracks, and their barracks is really close to my barracks, right? So boom. I go to my day room when I start playing music in the day room, and when I start playing music, the music attracts the people. So basically, it's like a little mini party in the day room in my barracks, right? So I'm just gonna put this out. In Humphreys, they got parties in the day room with the E6s to the E1 in the barracks, in the day rooms all the fucking time. They have them they have them outside in the pavilion. Staff sergeants all the way down private out there, playing music, dancing, just having a good old time on quarantine because there was nothing else to do. You know what I'm saying? So they was trying to make fun out of an environment that was really shitty and sucky, right? Right, I'm just letting y'all know that even at Humphreys, at Casey, at Walker, at every installation there is in Korea, they were having barracks parties because there was nothing else to do besides getting stuck in your room to have a little barrack party on the basketball court or in the day room or in somebody's room, whatever the case may be, right? E6s from all the way to private were outside on that basketball court. It was nothing else to do. That don't necessarily mean that they was doing anything they wasn't supposed to, but all I'm saying is it was the same thing that's happening outside of the Ville was happening outside the barracks or inside the barracks, right? So I started playing music in the day room. I started playing music. Of course, I have built a family with my soldiers. I have now been an NCO. I mean, they're NCO for 6 months, 7 months. So I had this one soldier that came up there, and I didn't think nothing was wrong with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? We had just left Gateway. All the soldiers and NCOs were in Gateway together. So, you know, I didn't think like, oh my God, you can't be in the day room. No, because specialist promotable lived in, specialists basically lived in that same barrack. So I didn't think of it like, oh, you can't be here. No, that wasn't my thought process. It was like everybody left Gateway and they heard music, and some people came upstairs to the 3rd floor day room and music was playing.
All right, so and mind you, on the 2nd floor day room, there was also another party going on downstairs. Just putting that out there. So on the 2nd floor and the 3rd floor, people were having many little get-togethers.
Neither here nor there, nothing wrong with that, right? So, boom, I'm dancing, right? I'm gonna be 100% candid and open with y'all, because I've been raising a lot. Like, the situation happened, it blew up and everything. So I'm dancing in the day room. Like, I'm dancing. Actually, all of us are dancing. All the females in there are dancing. And I'm dancing, whatever. And my soldier that I said, she's a female soldier, she walks up behind me. She's like, hey, get us on, hey, behind me, right? And I'm dancing. So my battle buddy was recording on Snapchat. She posted it on Snapchat, and I posted a video on Snapchat, and this time my battle buddy was dancing, but she kind of was like dancing like this, and my female soldier was in front of her, not touching her at all, but she was dancing her dang self. So they was dancing together pretty much, and then in the clip that my battle buddy had of me, I was dancing, and the soldier walked up behind me and was dancing with me for like literally 5 seconds. Not exaggerating, I'm not bullshitting. It wasn't even a 10-second Snapchat. It was like a 5-second Snapchat. I'm dancing by myself, and you can see I'm alone by myself dancing, and the soldier walked up with me for like 5 seconds. We laughed and we walked away. If I have my other phone, I'll enter the clip to show y'all. Stop getting my stuff. No. I would enter the clip to show y'all, but I don't have my phone anymore. Actually, I might have it on my WhatsApp. If I have it on my WhatsApp, I'm gonna enter the clip so I can show y'all what was happening. Stop! So, yeah, boom. So this is what happened. Right? So, we go to sleep. It was let me tell you, there was other NCOs there. I got my receipts, y'all. So there's other NCOs there and whatnot. And, you know, everybody's having a good time. And yeah, everybody left. We just was like, all right. I went to bed, they went to bed, whatever. I woke up in the morning and I had a Snapchat message from, the name says Angela Smith, right? And under the name it says Hot Boy for Life 770. That was the fake account that was created to write me, right? If you get your boy out of here. All right. So boom, this is what the message says. Okay, I'm gonna read it, right? I'm being open and candid because, I mean, like I said, the situation already happened. It is what it is. So this is what the thing said. And I can say that some parts in this, they were correct, but a lot of this was very wrong, very inappropriate and very wrong, right? So, as I said, I'm at the end of this, I'm gonna take fault for the things that I feel like I fucked up on, and then I'm gonna be honest about how I feel like this is fucked up. All right. So it said, you think this is inappropriate? You think this is appropriate? You are a, I think it says NCO, United States Army, carrying on like a damn thought. I'm a thought now, okay? This was shown in this video is fraternization. You are not allowed to party or buck and grind with soldiers. We need to shut down the whole Korea. We need to shut down the whole Korea. Okay? Okay. This girl and others in this video are soldiers. You do not deserve to wear the rank of sergeant. You need to be bust down. You perform like an E4 and below at best. Who? Who perform like an E4 and below? You don't know me. You clearly don't know me or my leadership style or my soldiers. Okay. You are below average in the army. All you do is shake your ass like you're Cardi B or something. You're skinny, trashy, ugly, and slutty. I'm a slut. Me. Okay. Let me fix this light because the sun's going down. Alright. So, you're slutty. You are confused, bisexual, drunk and slut. Uh-oh! I see some EO in here. Oh, shit. Drunk and slut. Just to let you know, I will be forwarding this video to your chain of command for further review. We do not need your kind in the army. You make NCOs all over the world look bad. I would never associate myself with a person like you. You are a disgrace to our uniform. And here's a screenshot. You can see kind of see there's a person in this video too. You're gonna see why this matters in a bit. And then it says wait, did I read all that? You're disgraced to your uniform. Then they sent me, basically show me the video they was gonna be sending or whatever. And it's like, I'm also reporting this also. The two of you are embarrassing. You both are not. Something NCOs do better, right? Bumping and grinding with privates, y'all should be a fucking shame, a fucking disgrace. You're fucking disgusting. These videos are gonna go viral. 2 people already sent them to me. I don't even follow either one of you on social media, and it still made it to my phone. People are always watching. Keep your head on a swivel. First of all, if you don't know me, you don't know me, and somebody sent you this, you have a lot of you are skinny, trashy, ugly, and slutty. All you do is shake your ass like Cardi B or something. You are confused, bisexual, drunken slut. I'm confused. If you just got video sent to you, you got a lot of characteristics about me that you wouldn't know if you ain't follow me on my social media, or if you didn't know me as a person, or yeah, if you didn't know me. Because how do you know if you're just random ass person who is a soldier and who isn't based off of Snapchat?
Pause. So not only that, if you just got these videos sent to you, you got a lot of characteristics and opinions and a lot of hatred towards me for no reason if you don't know me. Like a lot of shit, like I can understand correcting somebody and being like, oh, this is wrong, blah, blah, blah. But a whole lot of hate. You had a whole lot of hate in the way you decided to write me on social media, to even say, I don't even know you. Somebody sent these videos to me. Yeah, shut the fuck up. That's a lie. That was a horrible lie. Like, you should have did better. And then not only that, I forgot to read this other part, but then they tried to write me again from another account called something Lauren. Somebody Lauren saying I'm a commissioned officer and I would be reporting this and da da da. I've been known lightly of the situation. Try to make it all proper to correct. Unfortunately, how they did it the first time, they tried to come back and be proper with it. Like, you should have did that the first time. Try to come all incorrect like you did first of all. And the funny thing was, I'm gonna get to that. You'll probably see that in part 2.
All right, so that's what was sent to me. So then I woke up to that, right? And I said, thank God I sent this the smartest thing I ever did was take this screenshot on my phone, right? So I got the screenshots and I was like, I started freaking out. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, fuck, I'm finna get in trouble. My battle buddies and everybody's telling me like, you should relax. Like maybe somebody's trying to scare you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, I mean, low key, I had like mixed feelings about it. So I'm like, I could see where they could say that I was fraternizing, kind of, because if you look at the definition of fraternization, you're dancing, okay, if it's taken out of context, yeah, I can get in trouble for that, right? I'm over here thinking like, damn, I guess I did kind of fuck. Pretty much basically, you know, it could be considered fraternization, even though part of fraternization says it has to like disrupt you know, like the flow of work and stuff like that. That's part of the definition or whatever. So I'm thinking like, I could potentially get in trouble. I don't really know. I was like freaking out about it. I was like, dang, like somebody really trying to get me in trouble about that? Like it just started pissing me off, and I started thinking like how much other shit goes on when there's actually like kind of like, you know, bad shit going on that doesn't really get recognized, and I could get in trouble for for dancing in a video when the clubs are open in Korea, so it's like anybody can make a video and could have gotten in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So I was like overthinking it a bit. And of course my friend's like, you're fine. Like, you have nothing to worry about. Don't stress it out. And then my battle was like, you want me to ask my NCO to see what they say? I said, yeah, go ahead and send them information, let them know, blah, blah. Even the NCO was like, no, I think you guys are fine. Y'all were in a day room. Like, it's not like y'all was in a barracks room or your barracks room. Like, y'all were in a public place. And the same thing basically could happen at Gateway. I said, okay. So I didn't stress about it. I went to sleep. Woke up in the morning and then boom! First sergeant puts me and my battle buddy in a group chat and says, why do I hear that Sergeant Major is walking around the battalion asking who two of my NCOs are? And I'm like, so whoever this person was, even though I know who this person is, I know who it is. Even though they tried to act like I wasn't gonna find out who they were, I know. But pretty much they sent my video to the Facebook page. I actually saw the Facebook message and everything. They don't know that I know that, but I actually saw the message. That was sent to the Facebook page. That was sent to the battalion Facebook page. So yeah, I guess the sergeant major was out walking around asking who these soldiers were. Now, mind you, I'm just gonna put this in real time. So a week before that, the sergeant major came to the this is a new sergeant major, female sergeant major. She came to the company and gave me a coin because all of the NCOs, all of the senior NCOs in the company, every platoon sergeant, first sergeant, every NCO in the company had a positive thing to say about me. I was getting soldiers enrolled in school, just saying I was just positive, like I cared about my soldiers, like I just went out of my way for my soldiers. So she gave me a coin and was like, I heard nothing but good things about you, blah 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 blah, right? Even to this other NCO put me aside after that and was like, yo, I just want to put you to the side, let you know that like Sergeant Hagen went to talk about you in a positive way. He couldn't even get out everything he was saying because every NCO jumped in to continue what he was saying. Like they kind of cut him off, like, yeah, Sergeant Baker is bomb, like Sergeant Baker da-da-da, Sergeant Baker this, all these positive things they had to say about me, like literally a week prior. And remember I told y'all in the beginning of the story, I used to work for the I didn't say that, but I used to work for the BC. I worked for her and the Sergeant Major, and I redecorated her office. Like she trusted me to do all her stuff, like, you know. So I felt like, dang, okay, if they do get sent to the Sergeant Major and the commander, maybe the BC, they put me in the office saying like, you gotta be careful, people be reporting, da da da. I thought I had high hopes. I'm like, I might be alright. I'll take my L. Like I wanted to talk to them and everything. Like I wanted to have a conversation because I felt like what I did was wrong. I could say yeah, but at the same time, what this person did also was wrong, because how are you gonna EO somebody trying to correct? You can correct somebody all day long and I would have had nothing to say, but calling me a confused bisexual drunken slut, you fucked up, because now you done brought EO to it, right? So yeah, so I'm like, okay, maybe I'm just gonna get like in trouble. Like I'll probably get a counseling and corrective training or some type of detail or something like that. So I was thinking, but that's the army in me thinking. But the me was thinking like it's not that deep, because this soldier was my soldier, a soldier that I had worked, that I had to build the trust with this. So like it wasn't like no male soldier I was dancing with or nothing like that. It was like it felt like my little sister. Like it felt like a kid to me. Like that makes sense. Like it felt like my child in a sense. Like I wanted, as long as she was with me, I felt like she was safe. Like nobody's gonna try to do anything wrong to her. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just felt we just had that bond. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I honestly felt like this soldier, I went through so much. This was like my hardest soldier I ever had. So like we went through so much stuff together to even get to the point that she even trusted me, that I felt like now I potentially was gonna get her in trouble. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, it was just like, I didn't think what I was doing at that moment was gonna get me in a world of trouble, because it honestly had no negative intent. Like it would be the same thing that's happening if I was to take a camera into the Ville. A lot of people would be in trouble if I was gonna get in trouble. That's what I was thinking, like, dang, no, because if you go to the Ville, same thing happening in the Ville every weekend. Like every weekend, you don't know who's who. Oh no, this damn dog. But yeah, so Tipsy, this is his house. So yeah, so I hush it. So yeah, so I was like, dang, you know, just going over it in my head, like, could it be fraternization? Is it fraternization? Like, but it was, excuse me. And all the things I think of when I think of fraternization, that would have never been one of the things that I thought I was in trouble for. So boom, right? First sergeant is like, they ain't saying nothing about it. Like, I'll let you know if I hear anything, blah, blah, blah. And then randomly I'll get a text at like 5 o'clock. and it says at 7 o'clock, be at the company in uniform. I'm like, I give a prep talk to my soldier. I said, you probably got in trouble. If anything, they probably, even though, I'm gonna be honest, this is what I said, they probably gonna see like if I made you do anything, or that's what I was thinking. That's what I think. I did not think in any shape or form my soldier was gonna get in trouble. So I'm like, you know, maybe blah 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 blah. So I'm not really sure. Probably was gonna talk to us, blah blah blah. Child, we get up in that office, honey, and I asked they told us to knock on the door. I've never been in trouble before, y'all. So I'm like, I asked the XO, the new XO now at this point. I asked the XO, I said, what do we say when I knock on the door? And he was like, I don't know, I never did one of these before. He said, one of these. I'm like, one of these? What is he? I'm completely lost. I'm thinking we just go up there and talk to them. Like, child, I'm not gonna know. They walk us in. When I walk in, I report, Sergeant Baker reporting to you as directed, sir, right? He was like, he started reading. He's like, this is a flag counseling. You are being recommended for field grade, Article 15. We not saying that you're guilty yet. Blah 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 blah. It's like, once I heard field grade. If you don't know what field grade is, they taking you. If you ain't CL, they taking your rank. Like, give me that shit. Like, thank you. I was like, me? I'm gonna get a field grade Article 15? So I ain't hear nothing else. I said, so he finished talking, and I was like, so I'm automatically getting a field grade Article 15 no matter what. He's like, no, I'm not saying that you're guilty, but basically you've been recommended for a field grade Article 15.
At this point, he had stopped himself because he said, we're recommending you for, he's like, whoa, I'm not recommending you. The BC is recommending you for a field grade Article 15. So let's just be clear, right? My first sergeant, my commander, my platoon sergeant, my PL, all of them were on my side. They all thought that that was way too harsh of a punishment for, number one, me as an NCO, like my individual self, like me, how I carried myself, and like how I really was like a stellar fucking NCO. And based on that, me, like, I've never got in trouble before. But not only that, just the principle of like what the crime was. It was like unreasonable, and it was like harsh. Like even the other first sergeant that was attached to like the same battalion that we were in, that was in Casey with us, even said that that was too harsh of a punishment for the crime. Like, to lose my rank over dancing when the Korea is a place where all the soldiers, and I'm considered a soldier, I'm an NCO, at the end of the day I'm a soldier, so all soldiers go to the Ville and they go out, and the Villes are right outside of post, and all the ranks enlisted in officers all go out to the Ville, and they all be in the same club, and everybody's dancing in the club. So that's why everybody was saying like this is a really harsh punishment, even though this is even before, like, you know, they had made their decision, what case may be. But it was like, really, a field grade? Y'all gonna take 2 NCOs rank for dancing in a day room when like the same thing happens on post in the Gateway Club, on the on post club? So like everybody was like shocked, and my first time was even in tears because she was like, y'all don't deserve to lose y'all rank. Like, y'all are not bad NCOs. So trust me, everybody was shocked as fuck. So I don't want to make it seem like my first sergeant, my commander, was like, yeah, you need to get in trouble. No, they was like, you didn't deserve, I don't deserve to get in trouble, period.
And I was like, bawling, crying. I started bawling like when I walked out, and my platoon sergeant put me to the side, and he's like, this is not the end, like, this does not mean you're gonna get demoted. Only thing I saw was demotion. I'm like, y'all about to demote me for me dancing by myself, and for somebody walking up behind me. I ain't pull, I didn't tell to come here, I didn't do anything. I'm finna get a field grade Article 15 because I was dancing and somebody walked up behind me. I'm finna get demoted because I was in a day room, public place where soldiers live, but I'm getting in trouble for fraternization? Me, in my head, I ain't gonna lie, I had so many negative thoughts. Like, out of all the, I'm not even gonna say it because I don't want to get myself in trouble now, but I'm just saying, like, all the things that could be considered fraternization, I'm getting a field Article 15 for dancing. So yeah, I just kind of got upset because I was thinking like out of all the things that really is fraternization, I'm finna get up Article 15 because I was, and somebody walked in, we go to the Ville and the on-post clubs is open, and you walk in the on-post club and they got people on CPP, and there's NCOs that they know NCOs, and they're dancing, just living their best life, and you know, so I was livid because I felt like I ain't did nothing wrong my whole military career. I have never disrespected an NCO, got into no big shit. Like I've never, like my record is clean. Like for them to go, boom, Field Article 15, give me your rank type of energy. I'm like, I've never even got a negative counseling. I got a counseling one time I can tell you, and especially because I was late. And my NCO just wanted to be an a-hole because they said, or she said that I didn't like beg for forgiveness pretty much when I'm like, I was late, like I'm so sorry I was late. No, I fucked up, I was late. And she was like, nice of you to join us. And I was like, thank you. Cause she was joking. And so I joked. She was joking, I joked back, and that got me a counselor because I had no remorse for being late. And I was just like, I mean, you joked as if it was an okay situation, so it's neither here nor there. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like I've never did anything wrong, and I'm about to get a field guard 15 for shit that happens every weekend. Every weekend. Oh my god. So yeah. So boom.
So this is already a 50-minute fucking video. So I'm gonna save the rest of this video for part 2. So I hope you guys are on the edge of your seats wondering what the fuck happened next. Did she get a field guard 15? Did she not? What the fuck happened? So stay tuned for the video and comment down below. Oh, I got some shit to talk too. That's what I'm saying. So stay tuned for part 2 of this video because it gets better. It gets worse, but it gets better. Like it gets better, it gets juicier. Like we get into the tea. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, stay tuned for part 2.